want to know a secret? Many humans say they want to be their own man or woman, make their own decisions, and choose their own path to follow. But the biggest decision that determines what direction a person's life goes is when he or she chooses which God to serve. As Christians, we choose to serve the triune, that means three-part, God, which is number 1, God the Father, number 2, Jesus the Son, and number 3, the Holy Spirit, who is their agent who works on the earth. They are the 3 parts, yet the same God. That's why we call them the triune God or the Trinity. We'll talk more about that later. Ruth was a woman who made a choice as to which God she would serve, and it changed her entire destiny. You can read Ruth's story in the book of Ruth, chapters 1 through 4, which is in the Old Testament. There was a man named Elimelech who left Israel due to a famine with his wife Naomi, his 2 sons, and they moved to a land called Moab. While in Moab, the 2 sons chose to marry Moabite women named Orpah and Ruth. Unfortunately, both Elimelech and his sons died, so Naomi, Orpah, and Ruth all became widows. Back in those days, the male family members were expected and required to take care of the female family members. So a woman with no husband or sons to care for her was in a very bad situation. Naomi decided that her best chance for survival was to return to her home country of Israel. Now, Naomi was a native Israeli, but Orpah and Ruth were native to Moab. Therefore, Naomi, didn't expect or encourage them to stay with her. Orpah decided to stay in Moab. However, Ruth had a different answer. Ruth chapter 1 verses 16 and 17 give Ruth's response when Naomi encouraged her to go back to her Moabite people. But Ruth said, "Do not urge me to leave you or return from following you. For where you go, I will go, and where you lodge, stay or live, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God my God. Where you die, I will die, and there will I be buried. May the Lord do so to me and more, if anything but death parts me from you." Now, I do want to make it clear, this is not the same as ride or die, because that usually means you will follow someone even if they're doing wrong. What Ruth meant is that she was willing to leave everything she knew behind and follow and serve God by supporting her mother-in-law Naomi. As a result of her decision, Ruth moved to Israel, married a very wealthy man who was also Naomi's cousin, and was included in the lineage of both King David and Jesus himself. So be encouraged by Ruth's example and follow God. You know, it's okay to ride or die with him. Love you. Bye.